It's hard to flex about it because then you're like, yeah, I'm the dude that made the fake Carti song. You just cover it up and show your monthly listeners. It's like, yeah, there you go.
With over 4 million monthly listeners and a viral hit amassing 50 million streams on Spotify alone, believe it or not, this AI Playboi Carti rapper known as Twin currently has more monthly listeners than Destroy Lonely. However, it gets even crazier. In addition to being signed to a label, Twin's latest album features a beat produced by Filthy.
Wake up, Filthy.
One of Carti's go-to producers. But surprisingly, according to them, Playboi Carti's reaction to Twin is not at all what you'd expect.
There's not a doubt in my mind that he's heard it. Not a doubt in my mind. We've had like direct contact with them and it's never been like any hostility. If anything, they've just kind of been like...
Now I say them because the truth is, Twin is operated by a three-headed monster behind the scenes. And as I was able to interview the main voice behind this viral AI artist, who was actually willing to share with us exactly how their secret process works, I'm shocked at just how deep this rabbit hole goes. As crazy as this is gonna sound, Twin's AI TikTok hit Telescope literally has more streams than 64 songs released by the real Playboi Carti. Carti fans working harder than Carti, the top comment reads. If Carti dropped Telescope, we would have been calling it peak. As you're about to see throughout this video, the response from Playboi Carti fans to Twin is no doubt extremely mixed.
I see people like who hate the song so much they'll go and like send me a death threat over it, and then I see some people who love it so much that they like sit there and fight for their life over it. It's weird. I get you listening to the song, but I just can't really picture putting that in your playlist and like re-listening to it over and over again like some people do.
Even the creator of Twin admits that it's weird to save and replay AI music. Now, we have been warned about the potential dangers of AI for years, but it's quickly advanced to the point where it's seriously impacting the music industry. And while many artists such as Tommy Richmond have made their stance on AI's usage in the studio very clear, stating that if I see you use AI in your music, I will not work with you. With millions of more Spotify streams though than some of the hottest names in the underground, plus another 3.5 million on the YouTube music video, one simple look at Telescope's numbers and it's clear that people are genuinely streaming and enjoying this AI-assisted song, whether we agree with it or not.
Joe, what the f, bro? That's me right now. Y'all sound just like the duo, bro. That shit is so fire. Yo, I might have to rely, if he keep going and it goes good, I might have to rely on bro if Carti never dropped.
Although first released back in May of 2024 as one of the 18 Carti-inspired songs on Twin's project YVL, YVL stands for Young Vamp Life and is a term coined by Playboi Carti and Opium. It wasn't until a few months later in July though when Telescope exploded all over TikTok, skyrocketing the single up to 2 million streams per day, all thanks to this 5-second snippet right here when the AI Carti verse begins.
I got your bitch all on her knees.
They know I'm a big boss, got a big boss in this bitch.
There was such a long list of songs we had to like push out at a certain date line for that album that Telescope was just like one of 20. Like it was just like a drop of water in the ocean for me.
But along with Telescope going viral at currently 27 million videos using the sound on TikTok, in typical TikTok fashion, the slowed version of the song has also blown up too, which when it's slowed down, it's 100% impossible to tell if it's the real Playboi Carti rapping or not. Honestly, even at normal speed though, if you're not like a diehard Carti fan and stay tapped into all of his leaks, as my friend Money May puts it.
Some of the songs are hard. Like if I wasn't a real Carti fan like I am, and like how most of you guys are, if I'm just a casual Carti fan or like a casual rap fan, I'm believing this is an unreleased Carti, bro. This is crazy.
I get endless comments of those on my YouTube, like on the Telescope video. It is just endless people going, this real Carti, this real song? I'm like, I'm just not gonna respond to it. If y'all wanna think it's real, then y'all can keep streaming it. It doesn't bother me.
No way this song was AI Carti the whole time, another fan confusingly comments. The mastermind behind Twin's music claims that they aren't phased. But for this reason, today many fans wonder why Playboi Carti and his label have not taken legal action against Twin's music, or sent a cease and desist for profiting off and cloning Carti's voice. However, although we'll get into all of the legal battles surrounding Twin more in a second, including as I was told during my interview, Carti's label having now deleted Twin's music on 3 separate occasions, but despite the top search being Telescope Playboi Carti, the first half of the song and hook actually utilizes a Travis Scott AI voice, something that the writer and vocalist of the song, 507 Kaz, told me was difficult to pull off.
I don't know really how to write for Travis Scott. I listen to him a lot, but I write for Carti stuff, not really him. With Carti's, I just was, not gonna lie, just mumbling.
Now let's pause here for a sec, because at this point you probably have a few questions. Like, how is there a writer and vocalist if I said the song was AI generated? Who is 507 Kaz? And how much human input is truly involved? Well, this is 507 Kaz. As I mentioned in the intro, it is important to note that the AI rapper known as Twin is creatively operated by a three-headed monster behind the scenes. And the truth is, Twin is not entirely AI generated either. Looking here at the description for Twin's biggest hit, Telescope, first of all we can see that Telescope was written and recorded by 19-year-old Kaz AI, also known as 507 Kaz or simply Kaz. Born and raised in North Carolina, after first beginning to make his own original music back in 2017, although he had slowly been building a small following, it wasn't until one day when Kaz decided to try rapping with a vocal filter of his favorite rapper, Playboi Carti, that he began seeing attention come his way.
Originally, we just went all software. Like, it was just like all artificial intelligence or whatever. It changes your voice tone from like one to match the same vocal tone of someone else that you train it to do.
Here in 2024, AI has advanced so much that you can easily copy anyone's voice you could ever want on the internet, including, of course, Playboi Carti. However, while yes, Kaz is clearly using an AI voice changer to sound identical to the Atlanta rapper, it is also important to note that Kaz is still writing all of the lyrics, rapping the flows, and mixing the vocals himself for this viral rapper, Twin, even going as far as to reveal the exact voice-changing software they use for their Playboi Carti voice, RVC AI, where with a simple click of a button, you are able to transform your voice into somebody else's in a matter of seconds, which this is again what Kaz has done with Twin and his viral hit Telescope to sound like Playboi Carti and Travis Scott. Take a listen here at the song's raw vocals he sent me before applying the AI filters.
The bigger the bag, the better the bitches. I know they cooking, we put down the switches. I knew we should be smoking our swishers. We just be rolling the ice, we be pissed.
A lot of people think that Twin is just like, because there's a lot of softwares that came out now, I've seen that where you can just go and like type in make a rap song or make a rock song or just something stupid like that, and it'll come out with like a full artificial intelligence song. So that's kind of like what a lot of people believe Twin is, and that's just, it's not.
So again, to clear any confusion, all the AI that is used in Twin's music is just an AI voice changing plugin, contrary to what many believe. For reference, here are the vocals then after applying the AI effects.
Giving up, keys, we giving up, please, sip my drink, but I got your bitch down on her knees.
Giving up keys, you giving up, please. Sip my drink.
Super interesting to hear the comparison. But prior to recording Twin's breakout hit Telescope, it was through those early copies of Playboi Carti songs he was making that Kaz connected on Discord with a producer known as LL Claus, who would soon become the second human behind Twin's music. Based in Brazil, LL Claus is a YouTube-type beat producer who has also worked with major rappers in the past such as Yeet on Type Money, but you probably know him more for his viral instrumental remakes of Carti beats on his MPK Mini, such as this RIP one with over 1 million views. So, as the perfect match they were, Claus producing the beats and Kaz laying down the AI vocals, after first connecting online, the two began recreating old Carti grails together. But while they were seeing some small success though, the duo knew they could take things further. Yet, they were still missing that third piece of the puzzle. However, all of a sudden, one random night out of the blue, a New York-based record label actually came calling with an idea that was about to change everything.
Said there's a guy who wants to sign us to a label. He's got a really good idea with like marketing and stuff. That we take a French video creator, I guess is the word, he's a model. We'll just like pay him a little bit to go out and record some videos in Paris. I figured if we're gonna go that far, like why not at least get somebody who slightly resembles Carti a little bit, such as Twin.
As you can see in Telescope's description, the videography was handled by the third head of the monster, Twin himself. And in fact, all of the visuals and TikToks you ever see of Twin are handled by this French model, although he always hides his face. The three of them then obviously decided to combine under this one name of Twin with an X. According to Kaz, Twin was formed basically overnight, all thanks to their manager at Broke Records, an independent record label and distributor in New York City. So, with their final piece now in place, allowing fans to put a visual to this mysterious artist's music, marketing that is much needed in today's algorithm-fueled industry, the three of them then got right to work.
LL Claus, who produces the beats, Twin will go out and work on like a video for the song, and I'll go out and work. I'll record, I'll write the lyrics, engineer. Claus will help me with engineering, but for the most part, I do like most of the vocals. We're all from like all different parts of the world. Obviously, just by like typical standards, a label gets a little bit more than everyone, but I will say, as far as like cuts and stuff, they're fair to everybody.
Following the release of Twin's debut project YVL in May, then came their new album I Hate Twin in August. At a total of 19 tracks, also utilizing other AI voices such as Travis Scott again on the intro. One simple look at the tracklist though, and something will quickly catch your eye.
Wake up, filthy.
Twin's new album includes a song produced by the one and only Filthy of Working on Dying, Playboi Carti's frequent producer who had his hands all over Whole Lotta Red. At track number 3, titled Bad Shit, the song also includes a feature from underground rapper Unique, who, as Kaz revealed to me, was actually the one responsible for linking this collab up with Filthy.
Unique was like, I want to work on a song with y'all, but like, if we do, I kind of want to make it like something big, like go crazy on it. But so therefore, I'm gonna get y'all a Filthy beat, because he does a lot of stuff with Filthy already. So I was like, geez, all right. So we worked out like paperwork and stuff. Twins met Filthy in real life. Honestly, it was just as easy as that, to be honest.
Depending on who you ask, some Carti fans see this as simply Filthy selling what was likely an old throwaway beat for an easy bag. But at the same time, others argue that selling a beat to a guy ripping off your biggest collaborator is a little odd. Regardless, either way, it's crazy to hear Filthy on Twins' new AI-assisted album. However, according to Kaz though, this is by no means the first interaction they've had with Playboi Carti and his team. Not only has Carti's music video director, who recently shot the Backrooms video, Indiana 420, which by the way is a ridiculous name, not only have they reposted edits featuring Twins' viral song Telescope multiple times on their Instagram stories, but also, according to Kaz, Playboi Carti and his team don't actually hate Twin like you'd expect.
We've had like direct contact with them, and it's never been like any hostility. If anything, they've just kind of been like confused.
If you really think about it, Twin and his viral music is still generating hype and attention to Playboi Carti's name, who at the moment is, we think, gearing up to drop his album. Carti won't drop an album, so his fans will drop for him instead, one fan jokes about Twin. However, while Carti himself may not be too upset about it, that is definitely not to say that his label, Universal Music Group, is in love with Twin profiting off an AI voice of their artist. Like a lot of things with AI though, there is so much gray area in terms of what is legal. Just 2 months ago, we saw the AI firms responsible for Metro Boomin's funny BBL Drizzy AI sampled B get sued by the 3 biggest record labels in the industry, Sony, Warner, and Universal Music, over alleged copyright infringement. It's honestly no surprise that these greedy record labels are going to be concerned. But to help avoid these legal issues and stay out of court, Twin and their label Broke Records implement a few key strategies. The number one rule I was stressed most importantly, although he did admit that they use multiple fake fan pages on TikTok to post and market Twins' music as AI Playboi Carti on there, as he also told me with the marketing.
I'll market it on there as like AI Carti, but you'll never hear it directly come out of Twin's mouth that I am AI Carti. It just doesn't happen. If we were to go and say like AI Carti Twin and just change his name to that, just the fact that it has Carti in the name is enough to get Universal or any type of like music label that wants to sue us grounds to do it.
But despite not being sued or taken down forever, at least as of this video, that isn't to say they haven't still had issues battling Universal Music Group. Combined with Apple Music having removed Twins' music in the past simply for thinking it was entirely AI generated, which strictly goes against their platform's policy, Playboi Carti's label Universal has also been able to get songs taken down for copyright claims on 3 different occasions. However, each time, the songs just pop back up a few days later. And although Kaz claimed this hasn't happened in a few months, along with warning me that could soon change after this video, he also said this in regards to re-uploading Twins' music.
The reason we're able to re-upload it is because, just legally speaking, there's not very much anyone can do in this situation. Like, if they take us down, we can't do anything to fight them, but they also can't come at us legally, like in court. Like, it's just kind of this weird gray zone with AI. They haven't taken us down in a few months, though. I don't know. Maybe after this video, it might just be the end, but hey, it was fun while it lasted.
As we wrapped up our interview, it was clear that Kaz was aware that the concept of Twin is not a long-term career path, admitting their plan is to go all in right now and monetize Twin while they still can, mentioning too that they are slowly cutting back on the amount of AI in Twin's music. In an effort to try and establish his own fanbase though, Kaz is currently also finishing up his next solo album, an album that will include 0 use of AI and 0 use of any voice-changing effects.
Claus is co-producing the album that I'm doing right now. It's gonna be like a plug-and-be type stuff. It's way different than Twin. I just tried to make it as distant from him as possible. I was really concerned about this because eventually Twin's gonna hit like a stop, and I don't know how I'm gonna keep proceeding. So I figured I'd do that early.
It remains to be seen exactly what the future holds for the three-headed artist known as Twin. However, whether you're one of the 4 million monthly listeners streaming this AI-assisted rapper, or if you are just discovering him now, one thing is for sure. We are only scratching the surface of AI in the creative world.
Honestly, as cliche and like funny as this coming from me, stay as creative as possible and don't hate on somebody just because they like something. I mean, you can hate on the artist, hate on the music, but if you go and like attack somebody for liking something, that's just wrong.